Both teams, of course, smoking up, running right towards the mid lane, trying to get those initial wards out.
For battle.
Good luck, have fun's coming out again, so Bob at least wants to fight by the... See if Talon do respond, and... Oh, Yoe's got some questions to ask. Look at this, Jonathan. Who's Poi?
You're in deep now.
Poi and Poi. I have no idea. It's probably an inside joke or something. No way they're calling out for Chapley. Sure.
No, he's
Maybe.
not here.
I don't know. He's always here. He will always be here in our hearts. Perchance.
Tips coming out already.
You were doing very well. I'm very proud of you.
FC is feeling close.
30 seconds.
So he said friendly tip out to Palace. Like, we're not friends. We're feeling close. Jin, Mary, Lamatao.
No idea what you're saying here, John, but thank you for that.
That was Palace's name.
Okay.
Sorry, Jin. Jin, Mary, Lamatao.
So bored. Dox him a little bit more, Jonathan. I don't know if they heard it the first
On
time.
Wikipedia, so anyone can Google this.
Palos.
I'm not giving you anything you couldn't find.
Looks like it's going to be a 3-for-1 trade on the bounties this time around, so Execration able to get a bit more out of the start of this game. A bit of damage being dealt here for CM. Not too much to write home about, though. They'll be okay. Should we start with the bottom lane? I mean, you've got WS on the lone druid, he's with Jokam on the Weaver, and they're, of course, against CML and Palos on the TA. What do you think about this laning stage, John? Is there one side that should be more worried than the other?
This is a little bit of an awkward lane for to play aggressively in, especially once the cogs are up. You can just cut off the Shikuchi every single time. At the same time, the early level presence of Palos, maybe not the best. You're not gunning for those early melt strikes onto WS. And it's a weird lane because there's some back and forth. You can kind of chip away at the shared, or not shared, but the 2 HP pools of the bear. And quite nicely once you do have that side blades up. But again, if you play your cards right, it shouldn't be too bad for WS, and he knows how to manage this lane. Getting some good investment out from Jokam early before level 2 comes in, which is really important for the Weaver. Because again, once you have the clicks up, just one bad move stuck there, you might be dead from the output that Palos can provide into the cogs of Weaver. They already have these sentry wars in play, a spare sentry left for both sides, and CML will find the next one, which means Jokam, if he positions his sentry right, should be able to come out on top in this one.
That mid lane, Bob and Yoe going at it here on the Primal Beast versus the Earth Spirit is favouring Bob for now, because he always had to deal with some pretty horrific lanes as this mid Earth Spirit, so sure he's kind of used to falling behind when it comes to the board, but we'll see if it pans out this time. I mean, last time around he was keeping up quite well. Up at, oh, hold on a minute, bottom lane, CML going to be finding himself in danger, but WS is the one to actually go down. Very unfortunate as his Spirit Bear dies, and then he dies with it.
Yeah, that was a lot of gold coming out for CML. He's going to feel pretty happy, has the ground roots coming up already. Another set of tangos, a blood grenade. And again, you have to be really cautious about that lane. Down mid, Yoe, getting jumped on. So you'd expect Bob, again, having a much more manageable time on mid. And as you mentioned, Yoe has been thrown to the pits with his early mid pickups into unfavorable matchups. But to be fair to him, again, he doesn't do too bad considering how badly those matchups are. So have some time to look at the other lanes up top. They've got the ensnare out onto Shank with the cold feet.
Yeah, Shanks is
Simple
gone.
kill.
Very, very nice, simple combination here between Akashi and, of course, Ponyo.
I like seeing that. You don't see a lot of Nagas go for the ensnare value point, but any single time you can set up, or you have some set up, you have some follow through for that stun, you can easily find kills. You have to respect how much damage Riptide does with -2 armor. Just boosts up you and your Legion so much. It makes it so much easier to try and chase down. A much nicer lane coming out for Akashi so far, 12-2, but you are still getting more for Tino. He is going for the Axis build-up, going 2-1 so far. Out of mana, but he's done his job, and he's going to get that build-up he'd want. He even managed to get the pulse and control the lane. So Execration kind of setting up on every single lane all going pretty favorably their way. Maybe the bot lane a little bit more of a draw, but with that early kill in WS, you don't mind drawing in CS there.
CML chases on WS. Really wants to kill. Sakuchi forward as well to CML, and they've even got the entangle just in case. He's Palos going to try and trade with the Spirit Bear, but it does get a lot of damage. Ultimately, not enough to really take it down, but you know, he may force the respawn here from WS very, very soon.
Yeah, I can't really hang on to that. It's a lot of early gold to bleed out. If you keep feeding the spare out, TA and the clock will definitely enjoy that. So just look for the reset for WS. He is just making the bear walk all the way back. He really wants to just hold on, use the recall back in. So far for Talon, they found 2 kills to 1. And not the worst thing in the world. Execration, again, despite these losses, are still holding on to a much better lane economy right now. But Talon aren't too far behind. So a much more even opening here for both sides. The key thing is going to be that momentum coming out of these lanes, right? If these lanes hold steady, Talon has some time to build up. They're not going to be completely overrun. And maybe get some openings for Yoe. My concern down the line is who Yoe has to connect to. At the least with A a Weaver, you could potentially do a little bit more. The Weaver can keep up with your rolls in. You can set up for the blast. But can you shouldn't re-guess the early momentum in joining these fights. They are trying onto Tino with a combination of the end snare again.
Well, CML showing up though. CML going to Ponyo, so Ponyo's probably just going to drop. Akashi's still trying to fight out, feeling pretty confident to just keep going. Eventually does accept the fact that he has lost his support, and that's going to be enough for this fight. And Akashi in the meantime, I suppose as long as he doesn't die, he'll be okay with that, but he's cautious. I mean, there's 3 heroes around him right now. Mel doesn't have the level 1 cogs up, so can't really move in to hold him down, and it seems like they are gonna let the Naga just get back to farming and just leave her alone, maybe rotate into the mid lane instead.
First power runes coming up, something that Talon always emphasizes. He really wants it.
Radiant's
get lucky,
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, shield rune for Bob. It's kind of the thing with the core Earth Spirits. Like, if you don't get these runes, it can be a real problem for you, as he's going to try for the bounty room against CML and does manage to pick it up. You're actually just going for the chase now, but here comes Bob to ensure that CML does safe, and he does.
Can't find that burn charges. Unfortunate for Yoe. Good reads out from Execration. And again, they're holding back in this aggression. WS just again going to be farming, which you endure for Palos. They are diving pretty deep for this now.
It seems like they might just get the Spirit Bear, but no, WS does go for the summon. Doesn't want to feed the free gold away to Bob.
Tower is under attack.
Overall, just a bit of waste of time here for Bob. He's not really getting any value out of this play. We'll TP back towards his top lane to try and find Ponyo. As Ponyo did actually end up stealing the Wisdom Rune away. Ponyo, he won't mind dying. Like, you find both Wisdom Runes, it's probably impossible to 5 dying.
It's much more important for Jordan to
Palos.
ramp into that 6 Palos.
Yeah, that's a problem. Palos is gone. That's a big kill.
They see the commitment to counteract that Wisdom Rune play. They get the punishment they seek down. And the one nice thing, of course, about the Lone Druid is the bonus damage onto buildings, so he's got some room to shove it in onto that bot tier 1. See whether or not Yoe wants to hang around. He will walk through the gate, look for something up top instead. There is good vision from Execration behind the tier 1 to kind of play around that area. So they know where Gosh, he's farming every single time. They don't know if someone's going to move through. Instead, they'll punish Palos again.
Yeah, they certainly will. Palos! Oh, he's going to try to go for a run, but Yoe right behind him can magnetize. Palos on a run. Earn out. Magnetize 3 hit on Palos. Meanwhile, CML, he does get taken down by WS. And poor old Palos, he's still refraction to get away, but it's not enough. Yoe uses so many boulders just to ensure the Magnetize never stops ticking away at this TA. It's rough. He just TP'd back to the laning stage. Dead a second time already.
back to back, same position. Maybe expecting the side of Talon to just back off, but Yoa thinks the rotation top, sees this
Radiant's
opportunity
middle
to
tower
kill,
is under attack.
finds it again. Execration slow on the recent spawns. We've got room down mid here as well.
CML gonna get caught. Eventually, he's just as good as gone. CML, no chance of survival in that scenario. Execration starting to hand a few easy kills away the way of Talon. You've got to be a little bit concerned about that. It's Talon now, all 3 cores top of the net worth board, and you know it does feel like Execration is supposed to have the draft that can do a little bit better during this stage of the game. At least for now, Talon are the ones that are starting to really amp up the aggression. Bob. Oh, yo, a nice attempt on the cut, but I would have probably said it was better off to just wait.
Yeah, getting a little bit frisky. I think he wanted to try to really get the catch just to have that close follow-up.
Is under attack.
Doesn't out. I think the concern now for Execration is getting a lot of space out with Knock Siren. And farming his not reactions is massive. They will make a move down mid onto Ponyo. They will find the AA, but it's not the big kill you're looking for. You are cutting off this level 6 timing for the blast, but it's just space for these 2 greedier cores to farm. You know, WS, Akashi, they just want to build up. If this considers supports, then they're kind of take that trade in town.
Yeah. Down towards the bottom lane, Palos. He's going to be focusing as we are looking at a lot of ancient stacks being taken here thanks to Tino and Shanks. Seems like there'll be no contest for those stacks either. Well, they still have grouped up bottom, like Talon seem to want to go. Onslaught through onto the lone druid. WS, he's got the true form going, but it's going to be very hard to survive, especially with the hookshot to come in from CML. Yoe does now show up down to that bottom lane, looking to maybe set up for a good fight, but perhaps the lone druid down, it's probably not worth their attempt here as he's still going to try. They see Palos. Lucky that the roll was a bit short there from Yoe. Otherwise he would have been right on target as CML now being targeted. May just go down, but Ponyo's been targeted by Bob, so Bob will be able to pick that one up. Bob now trying to find his own way out, and Yoe's gone a bit too far in this one. He'll roll out. Magnetize still going. Joe Camp keeping up the vision. This Magnetize really starting to hurt the side of Execration. They could not finish off the Earth Spirit, and Palos is just gone. Bob still being chased here as Yoes onto a double kill, looking for a triple, and he might just get it. And he will. Triple kill for Yoe. Just this Magnetize, like Yoe is just allowed to spam like rocks over and over again.
And he is. His management has been pretty on point in every single game you've seen him play that Earth Spirit. He's just had all that impact. Connects into the lane that can dish a lot of damage out to. And, you know, WS, although he dies earlier, it's compensated by Yoe having a strong start now. Blade Mail build-up should be fairly on point. And all the space in the world has been handed over to Akashi, whereas it's been a game of suffering for Palos. You know, he's having to sit back, he's going into the jungle. Dragonlance still has yet to be finished into the Deso. So that Dragonlance Desolator timing, it's still going to connect potentially with Tino's Overlord timing. And you can still tie into that, into a teamfight push. Execration looking to smoke up again. Bob just constantly wanting to be on the aggressive here. Yoe breaks that smoke nicely.
Execration, they're still going forward, but this has allowed plenty of time for the rotations to come in. Like, the smoke broke. Bob, even if he got Ponyo, wouldn't be worth his own life. He's going to go for a run. Seems like they're going to lose Shanks instead. Shanks will be the sacrificial lamb to allow Bob to get out of this. Yoe, he's not done. You'll see Tino. We're all committed by Tino, trying to force a bit more of a fight, but he needs to get out. Doesn't look like he's got much of a chance though, as Tino just still being chased down. CML even hook-shotting in, but a nice kick away from the Earth Spirit, not allowing the follow-up damage to finish off Yoe, as Tino actually finds the Weaver, but in goes Yoe again. He's got Tino this time. Roll forward, could have just kicked, but I guess the vessel should be, no it's not. He didn't boulder smash. There it is, but it's too late. Hey, I don't know about that. Like, why roll? I suppose sometimes you just roll. It's alright. I mean, we all do it.
Yeah, sometimes you just roll forward. You missed the kill. You didn't manage to get time lapse off in Joe Cam as well, trying to go for that chase. Some pretty good punishment out from Execration. And Talon, gonna have to lick their wounds a bit, but at the same time, do you really care? Probably not. Akashi's getting space. WS is getting space. He's not joining in these fights. Radiant's timing for the bear is not gonna be too far off. And that's another consistent way to cut off that DPS from pilots with a missed chance and steadily burn down the refraction. So you are getting some good answers on Talon. They've got the 3K lead, a 7-12 as Execration. Well, they're not bleeding out too bad. They are still playing the waiting game. I do appreciate this aggression that Bob's been laying out. Like, he's just rushing BKB on the Primal Beast. Not even going for the Blade Mail Heart kind of build-up. Knows that he has to take a point for his team here to kind of have some play. And see if they try again at some point. I mean, they still managed to get a good amount of stacks earlier on. You can try to build up on that position again. Bedlam from Shanks just to survive through from the Naga illusions, which they are starting to hurt, to be fair. Low cooldown anyway. You don't really mind.
That you do not. 3 advantage now for Talon. Kashi's still top of their worth more than the Nagasara. CML gonna be scanned out here. Meanwhile, bottom lane, a big group up here from Talon. But maybe Bob. Ponyo, though, gonna get initiated on by Bob. Well, he'll get the Ice Blast off in time, but it won't really matter too much since there was just no backup to it.
A little bit unfortunate. DD on Bob means that the trample hits for 1,000,000 damage. It feels like they want to melt that AA. Not an easy AA game. It's not just the clock. Anything that can gap close. He's getting that job done. Radiance on WS Palos.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Palos, he is dead. Again, the TA not having the prime example of a TA game you like to see. Once again, as Bob, mid lane, gonna try onto Yoe. Yoe does have Ponyo right behind him, but the hookshot will lock Yoe down a little bit longer as they do. Cogs push him back, and with that, it allows him the angle to get away, and now, well, Joe Cam's keeping up the vision. Swarm is out. Here comes WS. Want the fight. A nice terrorize from Shanks to force them away, though. Yoe, he's on the hunt again. Boulder smash out. Will connect on CML. Won't be anywhere near enough.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I mean, they find a big target anyway. Sure they... And they were the ones being jumped on with Yoe up front.
Palos, he's going to be so careful. Yoe at least reveals himself. CML's the one to tank the gank here at the bottom side as Yoe's going to take that one for himself to boot. And I think Palos needs to leave that area. We've seen this before. He'll get the traps down, but they know exactly where he is.
Middle tower is under attack.
They'll leave him though. Palos is okay.
Oh man, 7-0. One of those games again with his Earth Spirit where he's just popping off like a madman. Going for the heart next.
Radiant are scanning.
And Execration times are thrown off. Without the TA to kind of dish damage from the back while your front line's popping all the action. It doesn't feel like they can group up too hard.
Oh, Joe Camp
Again.
gets it tied in Palos. You know, it's just one of those things. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. You know the saying, John, as CML. Gonna go down, trying to help out him. Somebody has to ban Palos from that area of the map. Top lane? I mean, perhaps looking at Akashi now, but Joe Camp's gonna beetle Yoe. So Tino, who's triumphing going on the other side of the map, now has officially been caught. He'll throw the roar out onto the Weaver, but how do you get away from an Earth Spirit?
Akashi, what are you doing?
Oh, Akashi. Akashi in a bit of danger. Tino's actually just casually getting out of there. There's nobody who wants to fight him.
I mean, Akashi was running up. I think if Akashi just stood away from the Ancient Black Dragon, he'd be happier off. Was trying to run up, trying to kill it. Like, loses a lot of HP instead. Managed to buy some space out. And that fraction away, Palos takes that position down bot again, but no one's there to punish. That at the very least he has that farm to go back into. We've got the Midas built up here now. He's going to call for Shanks, understanding this could be a slow game. To try to get some build up, maybe consider the Ags down the line. Mid tower being sieged, Tino having a lot of impact with that full Overlord. Oh, Akashi?
Yeah, I mean, Akashi's in dire straits at the moment. He's just gone. Yeah, he just never got the song off. I suppose Bob did have the BKB to be fair, but Akashi just melts.
Carlos? What's happening?
Carlos? What? CML? CML can't believe his eyes. The Yoe will go down, but WS now cleans up. Ponyo going to be saved by WS. No, in fact, he does go down, but so does Bob. Well, maybe they can fight this Weaver. So they cannot for now. And yeah, in Palos, he just dies.
He runs in.
Yes, he does.
Not too far forward, but you have to respect the mobility out from Talon. And they do manage to still find that good punishment. This all stemmed off the back of Akashi just dying without popping song. What a strange set of fights. Talon and Execration. Well, getting funky a little bit, you know. It's getting a little bit funky here, but Talon's still maintaining the momentum here. 19 to 11, 5k lead for Talon coming out. Heart being formed up by Akashi, so he shouldn't be able to knock as easily once that's up and running. Well, we've got to see the song usage at some point, defensively at the very least. You do have the full Echo Saber being up on WS on his bear along with Radiance, and he also has the Orb of Destruction on that bear as well. So WS is hitting like a madman, is number one in net worth. I think the big issue for this, again, like he's got Deso, they're trying to group up for this push. They haven't found pickoffs to lead into Roche as well. Smoke out from time.
Here we go. Beastmaster. For that naked. Well, that's Tino gone. CML meanwhile dying to a Tormentor's. Palos just killing his own teammates shot. No, CML just dies to the damn Tormentor. What happened?
They took the shard. I don't know why it's showing that with the Torment.
Oh, okay. He's okay. All right. He's all right. Sorry, Palos. Palos. He's just copping it left, right, and center, isn't he? Even the game's like, look at this. Palos killed his supporting kit. Look at it. CML. Anyway, 6k advantage. 11
I love this. This is a move from Ponyo. Midas on the AA. A gamer move because you know what? Everyone loves talking about Dark Willow Ags. The real bane, one of the other banes of our existence in turbo games, AA Ags. That's not
Wait.
They do make move top.
Yeah, they tried onto Akashi, who gets the song off, but the BKB was there from Bob, so they do take down the Naga Siren. Palos though still trying to get out of it. Ice Blast is going to land. That's going to make his life very hard. So he does go down. CML still on the run. Gets the jetpack off. Yoe, not done yet. Wants the chase. However, he's got a bit too deep. They immediately make the jump in as soon as he goes into that high ground. And now Yoe is down.
One must know when to stop chasing.
You were doing very well. I'm very proud of you.
Palos! He just said it's a contest of stupidity between the carries.
I mean,
The dumbness of the carries.
I
They're
appreciate
both dying.
Palos' honesty. I appreciate that. That's something I can respect. I can respect.
Oh, that's amazing. Palos has not had a fun game. They are bullying out Akashi a little bit, forcing that choice for the song.
Not to back him up to you, John. He's 0-7-3 on this TA. Like, I mean,
Yeah, he's had a bad game. It's a bad game overall, you know? Like, yeah, what can you do, right? Like,
what can you do?
His lane was rough. WS is just doing God's work once more. He's going into Roshan, scattered out by CML, so not the safest Rosh to they'll keep going. They've got the swarm ready here on Jokam. Jokam working towards the Ags is basically just one part away. That's going to be massive in saves here. Let's see whether or not that impact will be felt. Smoke out, Execration, not going to let this Rosh go for free. It's literally only WS.
Quite literally. Yeah, everyone else has left the Roshan pit. They want to prepare for the fight that is incoming, as we are going to have a very awkward pause.
What the hell is even that?
Yo,
What the
Here
hell
we
is
go.
even that?
This is spicy. Dota lag. I
Dota
believe you,
lag.
Yoa. I believe you. Don't you worry.
Going ready. All right. This is. Let's see what happens here. They see Bobby.
Oh, yeah, poor old Bob. It's got the BKB up. WS almost through Roshan. 1.7k HP left. Palos is not here for the fight, by the way. No TP available to join, so they are going to go 4v5 into this. It's like they have found CML to get them started here on the clockwork, so CML just going to try and find an angle to get to the Roshan pit as Tino. Oh, Tino's in! Tino gets the Aegis! Tino BKBs and TPs out! How does that even happen, man? Well, what is this game? Bob. He's got his BKB still available here, Bob. He'll pop it. He'll get the onslaught away. And he should be alright.
He just ran in. By the way, Tino just literally ran in with a creep army. Roared. Took Aegis. Took the kill on Roche. You don't even get the gold for Talon. I know what's happening. You know, this is a game of Dota 2. I think this is weirder than my pub games. I will admit though, very weird. Weirder than pubs.
That's considering your pub job. That's weird. That is very weird.
That is. I think the only way it goes in line with my pubs if you see a Dark Willow and AA Ags. Again, you're likely not that insane. Well, no, you are insane on Shanks. He is going for the Ags straight up. So I appreciate that. He's going he's going Ags into double rate ban. I like that. I appreciate that.
He's a universal hero after all.
He's the Kenny now, because Palos can't farm. That's it.
I mean, Palos is certainly farming. He's just not, just not staying alive. I think is the problem here for Palos. That's why he just didn't join the last team fight. He's like, look, I can't die if I don't, if I don't join.
Invisibility.
Anyway, Joe Cam, bottom lane, just pushing out the bot lane as Bob is hanging around. CML, look for a hook shot, has found Yoe. They've got themselves his Earth Spirit. Yoe, though, he's a tanky boy, and Yoe is going to be able to roll away as Akashi pops the song, but now he's been roared up by Tino. Akashi is a much better target for them to focus down, but they've got a nothing so far, so they might need to back out of here. Bob jumps back in, but an immediate silence out from Yoe, cancelling the pulverize. Now the ensnares up. Bob still has his BKB, so he's okay to keep this going. Neither side really getting the burst on one that they wanted, and so they just kind of have to leave this fight.
And they go back, just a bit of reset. You've got the full Ags on Joe Cam for the next engagement, so you've got that save with time lapse.
Radiant are
And
scanning.
I mean, you're buying a ton of space for Palos to actually have a game. Going for the BKB next. While you have one on Yoa just finished up here. Should be easier for him to start the front line. And the BKBs will start to force the choice out for the Roar and Pulverize. It might be a little bit harder to try to split that control off. Maybe focus in these targets. Palos.
Ooh. For now, WS in the meantime onto Bob. Bob pops his BKB. Only a 6-second duration now. We'll still be able to walk out of this.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Seems like both teams, I say that, they're going to smoke up. 4-man smoke on Talon. Akashi is not with them at the moment. Akashi's just farming the top lane.
Earth's bounty.
It seems like the smoke doesn't really amount to much.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Doesn't look like it. You are going to Valkyrie next for Yoa, so more spell spam in the middle of these fights. Bob trying to go into the heart and the Ags. Going for the durability at this point now. And Tino is going for the Ags on the Beastmaster. So
Radiant's top
you have a
tower
stable
is
way
under
of just
attack.
life stealing off these illusions. You can survive through. That was nerfed down just a bit, but still highly effective at the very least. never underestimate those drums of Slom. Mr. Roar is up.
Radiant are
Very
scanning.
true.
Talon. I am curious where they go now. Like, they've got the heart up on Akashi, just the butterfly next. It feels like you should be set up to take more here, but everything's just dodging. You make a move on one side, the other side retreats, and vice versa. I think Bob is speaking the right thing. It's been a game of dodge here.
Mid lane, they are still grouped up here. So they will back off again. Aegis is going to expire. Execration with this expiring, you want to go for a smoke rotation down towards the bottom side where they should run into Ponyo. Poor old Ponyo. Gonna have to cop it again here for the team. We'll go down. Not too much he could have done about that. Does allow his team to go to the other side of the map and keep their own farm going. So yeah, I've got up to the stage where you've got a Bloodthorn now up on Akashi. TP's up top though, Execration. They found WS, they'll go for the Roar out. They found the Lone Druid, that's the one you really want, and he never got the true form off, so he is just melting. Kashi never got the song off in time, now will pop it, but needs to TP away, and does do so.
Big pickoffs for Execration. If only Roshan was a little bit closer to respawn, then they could have gone for that objective. They have room to shove in for tier 2. And make his way up top to be able to make short work of that one. Talon, without that song, shouldn't be feeling too good for a spy.
Jump in. No air. He's been caught in the now, rolls back towards CML, so might just pick himself up a clockwork and he'll actually survive. There's Yoe, he's still gone, he's still thinking about this. Akashi is back up and well, WS, he's up in 10. But this time, it's going to be Execration that look to retreat, as they don't seem very confident with this one.
This does save them the trouble of the tier 2 falling down. Again, it's stalling for the next Roche. He will smoke up on Talon this time around.
Nowhere. Find himself a Dark Willow. Joe Camp. About to fall. What? Excuse me, rather Shanks, I was meant to say, as Shanks does go down. Joe Camp, still searching around for somebody else. Will not find anyone, so perhaps it's about time to go for that mid-tier 2 tower. WS, he will indeed get started. Meanwhile, Palos going to go for a Torment to pick up. It's going to be going the way of Shanks.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Nice little pickup for the Dark Willow. The Widowful Ags up. Having a little bit more Bramble on the Chris Crown is always nice as well. But Shanks is really just going, he is set up to just do damage. He's going for Power Treads. Again, the secondary Wraith Band was supposed to fly out from the Dead Courier. Talon are starting to find some objectives though, down to just one outer tower left for the side of Execration. So Talon are starting to get more in. The issue is this network lead hasn't really grown. It's just kind of levitating between 3 and 4K right now. And that keeps Execration within the play zone. You know, you're doing fine. You've managed to recover on Palos to an extent. He's going for that full Silver Edge next. You know, we haven't seen that next item in 4WS in quite some time. Trying to go for the full AC. He does have the Hyperstone on his bear. Some more hits to come true. See where they group up. It's a longer Roche respawn, so the next few fights shouldn't amount to too much.
Execration. They've smoked up as fine. They're going to try and move in first. No vision around the area, but there's your rocket flare out to provide the vision they've been looking for. Wrap around on the right side. Nice scan out here from Execration. Excuse me, rather Talon were the one scanning out perfectly as Akashi's still getting caught out here on the Naga Siren. Will try to avoid Terrorize and does be okay for now, though the Roar does come out. Tino, he's going to hold the Naga down. He's still got Song available, but he just can't get it off in time. The Naga is gone, but look at the damage Yoe is doing along with WS. They are still melting to the amount of damage he has pumped down here as Palos will go. And Bob, he is not safe either. Still running, but the chase is on from Yoe. Boulder Smash not quite on target, but it won't matter. Roll is there, and Yoe does secure another. Anyway, like you kill the Naga, but this Magnetize and this WS just going absolutely nuts.
The Lone Druid is just hitting way too hard. Like, they can't ignore the bear in the middle, the Radiant Spur and the miscounts. It's making this tough. And now WS can just go onto the high ground. And one big strength of that Lone Druid rips objectives right apart. Won't be popping for this, or they will now, but the power is pretty much good as gone. At least they will clear out the creep wave, force a bit of a reset for WS on the bear. Objective is going to be found, and they should be able to find a little bit more for the trouble. Recall back. And that's just with one hero. No one else has to come in here from the side of town. The sports will help out. And will show up as well. Kashi across the map is going to go back to farming top. They could set up for a nice Roshan right after this. It's only about 40 seconds away. Play discipline on town. When one racks, back off, respect the respawns. Just go for Rosh, things are out.
Rock it on.
When they go down to towards the Roshan pit. Of course, they are going to go to the other side of the map. Roshan's still 15 seconds away. Isakashi is...
Players here.
Roshan now officially available. Both sides going to meet up at the top left corner of the map. 5-man smoke here from Execration. Bob on the front lines. Primal Beast looking for his first victim. On, very nice vision. Getting it down right before the fight is set to begin. Roshan does make his appearance as well. CML gets his own vision down. CML, they'll see Akashi, but the hook shot, oh, it's on a neutral. He caught the Centaur. And with that, CML is going to get the lead, and as now Yoe is incoming. Who does he want, though? Seems like he has noticed Palos, but ignores Palos for now as he's trying after Bob. Instead, Bob gets caught by the roll, but his BKB on Yoe is about to wear off. Tino, in the meantime, was caught by WS's Spirit Bear, but Tino's got his own BKB, so he'll go for the raw route onto the AA. Ponyo barely survives, so the Aghanim set the time-lapse, keeps the AA alive. Meanwhile, Palos has been caught. Yoe trying to take him down, does do so. And now with the song out, they have locked down Bob. It's 3 for 1 so far, about to be a 4th. Not much the Primal Beast can do about this. In fact, it might just be a full team wipe. They've even got Shanks on the Dark Willow down. And now Roshan is well and truly open for the side of Talon.
Should be able to find us Rosh number 2 now, cleanly from the side of town. They're not going into the pit, though. Looks like they might want that tier 2 first to try to push in the waves and get the map control under their direction. Even Akashi's running down mid, so looks like they want to pressure high ground, maybe force a couple of buybacks. See how much they can get done. Naga's pushing rate is pretty damn high. Fortify is down until a tier 3 falls. Oh, well, no, you don't have a refresh. Fortify is just down. So you have some good options here for town. And they'll just go for the objectives. They can always pull back for Rosh. And they'll just gun for more. Full basher now on there as well. Buyback forced on 2. Now they could go for Roshan with this creature.
Yeah, they certainly could. It's like Talon. They're successfully going to retreat. The drawing board for them. There's still plenty of opportunities here to go back for the Roshan and secure that. So Roshan obviously not going to be contested. You have the vision with the rocket flare, but that's about all you get here. time maybe to high ground for Talon. So hard to see Execration be able to defend now, like 23k behind. They've really got no carry either. Like it's Tino and Bob trying to carry this game for the team.
Pretty much. You don't have presence on Palace yet. Trying to go for the Silver Edge. Only has the 4 charges on the Deso as well. It's a tough time for Execration high ground. Under siege. They do need to wait for the creeps to come in. And there it is. One bear.
Yeah, Greenville try for the Spirit Bear. Bob is focusing really hard on WS's Bear, and they are going to get it the first time, but WS will respawn the Bear immediately. It really seemed like he wants to go in again, though. They may just leave it at that for now, just hold on to the Aegis till the resummon is back up off cooldown. That I do believe they are going to wait the 90 seconds for WS to have the secondary Bear back up.
Play it safe. Talon being a bit cautious, so much on the line here. Don't want to throw the network lead away and give an opportunity for Execration to come back in. We're showing a lot of respect for all of that single target control that Execration has through the BKBs. Pulverize, the roar, a lot that can still wreck them even with some spell immunity protection. They've got the full sheep stick up on Akashi, so they can start to pin down their own targets. Alos
does manage to barely make away. CML again going to be the sacrificial lamb, as now Bob even dropping extremely low to Akashi, forced the BKB up and run. Did they go for the mid racks? One laner barracks left up the top now, and it is completely exposed here. No tier 3 tower to protect. Start to move in. Nice kickback here from Yoe to get things started. They've caught Tino, but Tino gets the BKB off, and Bob just rushes right into the Weaver. Joe still okay as the song does come out from Akashi. There's no BKB available on Bob, so he is just a bit of a sitting duck now, as they will burst him down. Moving on for more. Talon looking to knock Execration out of the close qualifier. Palos trying one last time to save this for his team, but Palos is going to die just another time. And dieback immediately up for the TA. Genius call, they've seen it up. Talon will proceed through the lower bracket, and Execration will be forced to stay home here in ESL One Kuala Lumpur.
That is honestly not the result I'd expect for these two rosters facing off. Not the result I'd expect for these close qualifiers. You know, Talon, a lot of questions coming in as to why this lineup was just invited into close qualifiers, even though they don't really have